I've taken shelter in the remains of an old outpost for the night. It's in rough shape, but intact enough to hold together through a sandstorm. There's a hydrogen tank here at the base, large one. No idea if it's still got fuel left, and without the power, there's no way to find out. If I can get this place to run again, maybe I can tap into whatever's left. Either way, I need to refill before I can even think about the wreck in the distance. So, first priority is power. I guess it's time to check what we're gonna do here. I've been thinking about it and I feel like this might be a lot of work and I'm not sure if it's worth the time putting into a ship that might not be worth repairing. I was considering like repairing this and making our own ship from it. We'll have to check. Have a look around and see how we feel about it. Now, the mod should be fixed where we can hack the base again. My hydrogen is as good as empty. Let me just check. Cannot use a lot. There's a hydrogen tank there. I'm just not sure if it still has power. Or if it still is filled up. Hack. There we go. So now, if I well you up, this base should now be mine. Yes. All right. Good. That's one. You can see, I can see all the guns on the ship there as well. So we need to check that. We could try to pipe up the base onto this so I can redraw and fill up my hydrogen tanks. And then we just do the rest as well. Let me just pick this up. Can we get to there? Is it possible to cross over to there? So what I could do is grinding, first fixing this, and just grind my way on the back of the building here towards that pipe. So I think we can remove this oxygen farm because we will not need that. I just stored it in the container. We have an oxygen tank right in there. And here we go. All right. So good. Let me just repair this a bit. So we have a little bit more platform to stand on. Okay. So what I want to do is put a pipe there, an elbow, and then bring that elbow over and connect it on the pipe we have here. So, white. And just get some that and just alright, so that's gonna be one. The next thing I want to do is see if we can build ourselves a wind turbine on top here. Okay. Yeah, this thing definitely has been shot quite hard, as you can see with all the bumpy blocks. And I'm just cleaning them up a little bit because they do tend to cause damage or death if you walk on very damaged blocks. Can we just put some blocks on that and just force it to go flat?
Energy low.
Yeah, energy low. So, I will be placing a wind turbine on top here because that seems to be the highest point without me using my hydrogen, because I'm at the last piece of my hydrogen, as you can see in my bottle there. So I really need to keep it as last minute or, you know. Alright, so can I build a wind turbine here? I can. Alright, so now this should be providing power to the base, and maybe we should just take away things that are taking power. I should be able to sleep now. Not sleep, charge up. Get my power up. Slowly. Then, now we need to find a way onto that pipe so we can connect the hydrogen tank to my container. I think this should be perfectly safe. Can I access tonight? Damn it. Now, if I can just hack this, I can fill up my bottles already. Alright, control panel, auto refill, inventory. Alright, we're back on track. We got hydrogen, we can fly around now. There we go. Ow, and ow. There we go. Alright, so we got a base that is currently powered, and we can refill our hydrogen tanks from. Alright, let's go and check out that ship. It looks okay, at least the front part, but the back side, you can see we lost a lot. Feels like there should be 4 thrusters in here. They lost also the hydrogen tank on the side there. I'm assuming there was a thruster like that we have on the front. We also have on the back. And that's all gone on the left side. Then we have another thruster here, which we need here as well. How much does it take? 1,100 motors. I don't think it's worth repairing this ship. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's hack it first. Then let's see if we can see if there's anything interesting on it. Alright. We hacked almost everything. I mean, I took the power off. Of course, the guns are still... Let me see. Yeah, the guns are still need to hack. So let's just hack the guns one by one.
Inventory full.
Alright, so now we hacked all the guns. There's nothing anymore that seems to be marked. Does this mean... that the ship is ours? Control panel. Incomplete. Yeah, so everything on here is mine. Welders, rocket launchers. There might be some good... Right, empty. Got some artillery cannons. We got some Gatling ammo. We got some railgun ammo. Got some rocket ammo. Some cobalt and such. Oh, we have blueprints. Can I move them? No. So I need to find this welder. Gatling turret type 2. Just check. I already have it. I wonder if it would be possible for this mod to actually only give you the blueprints that you did not discover yet. Lab small auction, that's new, but I think I have it anyway. Antennas, action relay, I think we have that as well. And then heavy armor blocks. There was there another second cargo container? There is another cargo container. It just has some space. Was that cargo container?
Inventory full.
Yeah, alright. Alright, so cargo container is... We have 2 cargo containers. So, I don't have any power on my ship. And that's because we just disconnected the battery. I think it's possible to get the power back on there. I'm just not sure if that is what we want to do. Again, a lot of work that might be pointless. Not sure if it's possible to get those batteries back on. What we could do is power this up with a wind turbine. So what I need to do for that is just have a base or the ship connected with a Mac plate on the ground. But I need some steel plates for that first. So let's grind this down. So I have enough steel plates to build this. So I'm just going to extend it a bit more until we are above this hill here. And then I should be able to maybe snap a... Yep, perfect. If I can put a wind turbine on that, I can power this whole thing up. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't have, I think, interior plates maybe. Let's check. I need 10 girders. Oh. There's a dude in here. I was just about to grind down the cockpit just to get rid of the light, but do you think this guy would die after a while without power? So now we have powered up. I should be able to transfer things between containers without too much problems. And see what is the next step.
Inventory full.
Inventory full again. Alright, let's... I could probably try to build more. Just to boost the power production. 1, 2. Alright, so I got 3 of them now. I might be able to put a 4th one on it if I have the girders. But that should definitely allow me to recharge my batteries. But you know what I should do is turn off all the thrusters so they don't use power. Thrusters. These, and these off. And then some steel plates. Let's see if I can extend this a bit and then put a helm on the front here so I can check power production and maybe even try to lift it. I doubt we can lift it, to be honest. Alright, so I'm definitely not having any power. I have one battery that is currently, it says it's going to be recharged in 3 hours. So this means there is no power being withdrawn for the moment on my base, except for me just recharging on this now. Alright, I want to get rid of that chair where that drone is in. But for that, first I'm going to recharge my health just in case he pops out and shoots me. Let's go and grind that down. So there is a dude in there, no? If I'm going to grind this... Where is he? I heard him pop out. Did he just fall? I think he fell in the ground. I think we're safe. Alright, so after several times trying this now and trying to grind this down, I'm just gonna copy this in creative mode, paste this over. This thing seems to be bugged out. I'm very sure it's the mod that is bugging out because it just has one block. So I'm just gonna copy and paste that. And that way I can grind it down for the resources.
Energy low.
What's in here? Oh, that's not bad. I can use that for if I'm attacking the, what you call them? Incon. Is it Incon? I think both of them have it. Anyway, I can use that to kind of infiltrate. So yeah, the question is this worth it? I don't know. Metal grids we can make. The only thing that might be interesting is here, the stress components, because they contain, I think, silver or platinum. Oh, and this one here. This one has 150 superconductors and 100 batteries, which is not bad. So what does this give me? Platinum, gold. Okay, so this is not a bad thing to have as well. But I don't have enough space in my... to bring this over. So the only thing that would be worth taking with us is the... well, is it? Gold is still the... I think gold is still the most important. We have not found a deposit that has gold. What we could do is build a cargo container here that just holds the materials inside. So we can drop everything in this large container here and we don't need to bother about, you know, losing the materials. But I don't feel like this is worth it. There's no way for me to bring this ship, like, drive it back home, because the bridge is too small, too narrow. But it might be good to just transfer
Inventory full.
all of this inside this container. And then once we have something that is a bit larger, we can come and pick it up. So this thing doesn't have any hydrogen anymore. As far as I remember, the tank was damaged. So it's not like we can use the hydrogen to get off the planet with that. No. Still got a battery in here, which is recharging. We probably could grind this one down and put it in that, but I really doubt this thruster is going to be able to lift the whole ship up. Honestly, what we could do is... Could we? There's not a single thruster in this front piece now, is there? No. I wonder if we could, like, move everything forward and have a smaller ship and just use the front as like a little small battleship. Maybe. So what we could do is grind this away here and then put some thrusters inside to lift it. And the gyros are here, okay. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of like reorganization needed, but it might be possible. So I think we might just have to try this out. See how far we get. We could replace these with just
Inventory
regular thrusters. Do we have left and right? Let me see.
Inventory full.
Let's see if I have the thrusters in my... Yes. So if I would do like that, it seems to have enough clearing. And I just replaced these iron thrusters with those atmospheric thrusters on both sides. Alright, so now we have the
Low.
3 on both sides. I can then just weld them up once I have grinded down most of it. I'm pretty sure we have enough materials to build everything up. So I'm trying to figure out a way where I can put thrusters in here without losing my connection to the guns, because I do need some conveying up to my guns and my rocket launchers. but they could also just be linked up in the center, and then we have space for our thrusters on the side. Enable, why is that? Because of the terrain. I might have to find a way to lift this ship. So what we could do is change this to the pipeline here in the center, and then remove the pipelines left and right. So we just need a straight pipe here, like this, and then one here. Well, maybe not. What we could do is have a T, or we could put a container here, so we have easy access from here as well. There we go. All right, so we can also then open this up, and that allows us to put some conveyors left and right to connect to the rocket launchers and the turrets. Is there a pipe in the back? There is a pipe in the top. There's nothing in this welder, so this one can go. I think we're going to have to rethink the conveying of this whole thing, because I feel like this conveyor line has been a little bit outdated. But there is definitely space now for us to build thrusters in here that can lift it up. Can put one here and one here. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure how many we will need to lift the ship up. Terrain is in the way again. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to figure a way out to get this from the ground. Alright, so let's get rid of these conveyor lines. We won't need them anymore. And I think we can actually remove this gravity generator as well.
Inventory full.
And I think what we should do is move or build some batteries inside the front, so we can actually start charging them and transferring the energy from the battery we just were storing. So where exactly are we thinking about? I think this will be the break-off point here.
Inventory full.
So I'm just gonna cut this off as if it's splitting up, and then this can go. What we could do here is change this to blast doors. So the iron thrusters are a bit of pointless, so these can probably be removed or maybe replaced. We could put thrusters, the atmospheric thrusters in there. This is going to take a lot of steel plates, but I think we have definitely enough steel plates to do that. So we need to be very careful that we do not disconnect the ship. So I might just put some blocks in between here to connect that, so I can then grind the rest down. Why don't you fit in between here? You mean this is already disconnected? What? How? So yeah, there's no power, so it's disconnected. Damn it. Alright, so let's try to merge this back together. I'm just gonna try to put two merge blocks in between here and see if we can fix this. And there's always something that has to... How can I get this to connect? And I don't feel like using hinges and such. How is this disconnected? Is this like the block broken in there? No, it is not. Ah, because you are not connected on the... Okay, now it's moving even more. All right, so we'll have to use hinges, I think. I just need to get the power
Inventory full.
from one piece to the other. That's all. Okay, so another thing I might have to think about is being able to transfer the resources from here to here. Because that container is in the wrong section. So I might just build a container against here. And then move everything from there into that new container. So yeah, this is again taking way more work than I initially assumed it would take. But I'm hoping that with building or repairing the front section of this ship, we kind of improve or advance, evolve to a point where we actually have a large ship we can go and combat with. We just need to find a way now to use hinges and connectors to connect these two together so I can transfer the power over and also the resources.
Energy low.
Really? Energy low? Maybe I should just drive my rover a little bit closer so I can just charge that every time. Alright, so that connector, that second connector is not going to fit in between there. So instead of using conveyor, I think we should put a rotor here instead. Advanced rotor. Yeah, advanced rotor. And that way I will be able to just adjust the depth of that, the offset, which should give me enough space to move between two connectors. So, rotor displacement and just all the way down. Then that we put our hinge. And make sure that we weld it up so that if we hang anything on it, the power doesn't, because the hinge doesn't have any power and it will fall down. And we say, of course, hinge lock. Now, can we get this in between? I think we can. God damn it, I forgot to lock rotor. I hope this is enough to... Alright, now this whole thing doesn't have any power, so I'm gonna have to work with the limit. So I'm gonna have to push the limit up. Alright. So I need to push that limit up so my hinge pushes itself automatically in that position. But it's good to see it's already connecting, so I don't even need to extend my rotor if it's just switch lock. Switch lock. All right. So now we have the power back on our base, which means we can also transfer over the resources from that large container to the other large container, so we can remove that one. Large industrial, and let's just move everything from here and there. And do the same from here. There we go. Then we can remove these two. To be replaced in here. There we go. So now, assembler is connected to the left and the right, and is going to continue through. And I don't think we need this one, because there's no conveyor here. There's no conveyor here. And we can remove these as well, until we are sure where everything is linked up to. Because like all these welders here, I think we need to get rid of these. Okay, so let's take all of this and let's grind down these blueprints. Let's just learn all of these. There we go. Not that were really that important, but still good to have. So you're empty, so I can grind you down. Okay. I'm not sure if the other one was empty. These conveyors, are they leading to guns? They are leading to guns. So we will need to make sure. I should probably mark these as red, so we are sure that these are like, it's easy to notice which is which, that we also know where we have to link up for sure and which one we can grind away. I'm just going to mark this as red, and I'm going to do this with the other ones as well. Did we have any other guns that I did not mark yet? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, top gun. And then of course the ones on the side here where the rocket launchers are connected to. So we just need to figure out to make sure that these are all conveyored up. At least from the center or something. It's going to take some fiddling, but it should be fine. But we need some batteries, so I can transfer the power from the batteries into these front ones. We will not need that much gyroscopes as well. So let's see if I can start putting up batteries. One, two.
Energy low.
I think we can remove these corridors so that I actually see, and then replace them with like 4 ways or something. So I can always see the status of the batteries. Or we could try the corridors with windows. So, go. So that should have enough space for 2 batteries in here. That should be 4 batteries in total. Then we can put a gyro, another gyro behind the battery there. We move the right one to the left. Right, batteries. I really think, I'm not sure, but we will have to test. But I think 4 batteries should be enough to lift this ship of this size. So the only thing we're going to be missing is the power cells, which we're going to have to make or find. There are some in the railgun out there, so we can get those. And here, we're going to put that gyroscope. Just some steel plates. There we go. like that. So power cells left and right. Then we want to move that gyroscope there
Inventory full.
to here. Number 3. I'm just going to rotate it in the same direction. I think 2 gyroscopes should be enough for the size of the ship. It might be even too much. We might have to reduce a bit the power on it. I'll remove these corridors as well. At least for now, so we have
Critical.
a better view on what we're doing. And then we can, build the thrusters, and then we can close everything off. Alright, let's get the power cells from here, get some batteries going. I should probably put these on like recharge. And I'll do it with these as well. Then by the time we weld them up, they automatically go into recharge. So if I now do large cargo and large cargo, then we can move everything over from that one in there. So all the weight is in here now. And we can go and take out the car container. Now, if I do that, I will also lose my connection. So we don't want to, like, we just want to make sure that it doesn't, well, we cannot store anything anymore. If I would say production and I say disassemble, I don't know how much we have. Let's see. Class. I got 190. So I get some silicon because I will need silicon to make more batteries, power cells. Let me just go and check if I have any power cells there left. I doubt it, but still. No. But we do have 300 glass, which we could just go and bring over.
Fuel low.
Could you not have told me that when I was there?
Fuel critical.
Critical? You don't say. Mother. Alright, let me go and refill my bottles and then we can go back. We need to find a way now to... How can we just drain these batteries? Let me just remove
Inventory full.
this and then weld up these instead. And then drop this off. I think a lot of it is what you call it, salvaged metal or scrap metal. Alright, so if I now put a hinge like that, or do we put a rotor on that? So, rotor, hinge. Maybe I should weld up first. And then I'll put a whole bunch of hinges on it so I can just move the whole thing around. Honestly, could I add a small head or medium head? And then we should be able to work with small grid to that connector, because the only thing we need to do is just power up or just drain the batteries. We don't need to transfer anything. Small connector. I think that should be enough. Let me just rotate it over that connector. Might have to use the hinge a bit. Oh, no, there we go. We are gently, quickly, let's connect. There we go. And now we just have to put those batteries on recharge, discharge. Discharge. There we go. 13 minutes. So now all this power from these batteries is going to be drained into the power of here. This one is going to be fully charged in 6 minutes. Which one has the most power cells? You. There we go. Let's see, do I have enough? No. What I can do is just put some more in production. We should have enough to make them. 13 minutes, 3 minutes, 18 minutes. So this is not too bad. That means that we are definitely starting to charge up our ship. If I got 4 batteries, I feel like this might be enough to get this whole thing lifted off, but we'll have to check and see. These guns would be interesting to connect up and have them working, but they might also not be a priority. So yeah, I'm gonna be grinding everything down here. It might be a good idea to just go to bed, sleep through the night, and maybe I'll put a time lapse on so you just see me grinding this whole thing down. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let's go to the base. Let's go and sleep. And I will see you again when the sun is up and with the time lapse. So see you in a bit. Whew, alright, so this is what's left of the ship. I think this was probably the best solution here. We'll now have to see if I am able to manage to get this from the ground with the thrusters I'm going to install. I'm wondering if I should replace these with thrusters for the braking thrusters on top. That might be not a bad idea. Anyway, guys, I don't think that's going to be for now. The rest for this we'll be doing next time, where we're going to be continuing and completing this one so we can fly this back home. Maybe dock our ship or pick our ship with us. And then we can also just fly back and forth to come and collect like the hydrogen and such from this base. I wasn't sure if that wreck would be worth the effort. Now, after hours of cutting, welding, reorganizing, I still don't know. What's left is smaller, more manageable, and if I'm lucky, I'll get it off the ground soon. The main goal is to bring her back to the base. The flight home should tell me all I need to know. If needed, I can keep refining the design and get her combat ready. We're not there yet, but we're closer than we were this morning. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. As always, if you enjoyed the episode, consider leaving a like or dropping a comment, and I will see you in the next one. This was Beeblebum. Bye for now.